You have Dana.
And Murray.
And we are the
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
So tell us a little bit about how you guys met.
You go first.
Well,
Ladies first.
I was just minding my business. And I got a DM from him on Facebook saying like, oh, I seen you just moved to Atlanta, this, that, and the third. Are you seeing anybody? And I was just like, no. And he sent me Birdman rubbing his hands. But we did go to college together, but I'm 2 years older than him, so we never really crossed paths. But he knew of me, I didn't know of him. So he literally waited that long to get to me.
So, from my point of view, like she said, she was a couple of years ahead of me. Bad woman. For real. I got there as a freshman. She's an upperclassman. She ended up pledging Zeta. My dad's a Sigma. So, seeing her, I was just like, okay, I gotta holler at her. But back then, as you can see, I'm that guy, I feel like. But back then, I wasn't that guy. So, felt like I had no chance. But randomly looking at social media, thank God, social media gets a little more, how can I say, technologically savvy, and they'll throw people you may know. I saw her, I was like, gots to add. So, hit her up a few times just to kind of test the waters. She was in a relationship with somebody, and I waited my time because what God says. Well, I'm not sure if God said this, but good things come to those who wait.
Absolutely.
So, respecting you and your relationship, I just took my time, checked back in later after just, becoming friends with you and getting, acquainted. She said that she was not in the situationship or relationship anymore when I checked in last time. And so, yeah.
The Birdman hand in the game.
Birdman. So, yeah, started dating. I feel like it'd be best if you tell how our first date went.
Our first date, I was in Atlanta, staying with my cousin at the time. I was invited to a Halloween party. I didn't know it was a couple's party. I was about to dress up as a 5 and be a tire and be the fifth wheel to embarrass them for not telling me it was a couple's event.
They were shiesty.
Yeah, so at the time he and I were talking, he was just like, what you got going on for Halloween, this, that, and the third? And I was just like, my sister, I call her my sister. I'm like, she played me. It's a couple's event and I'm about to be the only person in this party with nobody. And he was just like, well, if you could go, what would you dress as? And I said, I don't have no time. Only thing I got was my hair just recently done, the Poetic Justice braids. And I was like, I could go as Justice. And he was like, I ain't never seen that. And I was just like, oh no, Black Card Revolt. You ain't never seen Poetic Justice. This man watched the movie on YouTube.
Facts. The cliff notes.
Clips. Found, just so happened to have the green sweatshirt that Lucky had, just so happened to have a White Sox fitted cap, and just so happened to have the same black ashy type of jeans and the same shoes. Put together the outfit, drove 2 hours to come and be my Lucky to the Justice, and we had a blast. You would not have been able to know, that was our first time ever being around each other, having fun. There's literal footage of us, it looked like we had been together for a long time.
The vibes are right.
And that's how our first date went. It was a literally Halloween party, Lucky and Justice.
Yeah. And from then on, man, I was mesmerized. I was enamored by her. Somebody, because rarely do people get a chance to act on their crushes from the past. So, like I said, I had the biggest crush on her back in high school. So.
You mean college?
Thank you. College.
I didn't know you in high school.
I dreamt about you.
Okay.
I foretold my future.
Okay.
Miss Cleo. But yeah, from then on, I was just like, I have to see this through. And so, yeah.
And we was doing long distance from Birmingham to Atlanta. When we had weekends and time, we just started literally making it happen. And one of the things that I remember him telling me was that he's never really been like he's never been taken on a date, and I was like, oh, that's what I do. And I just started
Facts.
like taking him to places and like showing him like you can be treated just as well as you've been treating me. And we just like, it just started to be a thing, like who can outdo the last date. So it was like always fun to like
Yeah.
learning and seeing Birmingham with this new fun date, him coming to Atlanta with this new fun date, and it just started to become like real. I was just like, I really like this guy. Yeah.
Like for a woman to sit here and court a man also, I was just like, yes, please, thank you. I appreciate this. Made me feel special.
Yeah.
And she did exactly that, man.
Yeah.
So,
Then we just kind of like started trucking along. I took him back home to California, and everybody was just like, oh, that's your boyfriend. I was just like, he hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend. I was like, no, we're dating. It was like, who just comes to somebody's house and meets family, and y'all know? I was like, he hasn't asked me to be his girlfriend yet.
Yeah.
So it was just, we were still just dating, and then he finally asked me to be his girlfriend. And I remember like that feeling, and I had bought him like this cute little pop-up, like it was like our pictures, and I hadn't said it out loud that I had loved him, but on the top of it was just like, ever since the day I met you, I was like, I knew I didn't want to have another day without you in my life, and I was just like, I'm in love with you. And he read that out loud, and he just
the pressure.
yeah, and he looked at me and was just like, I love you too. And I was just like, yes.
Yeah, facts.
Yes. I was like, okay, we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was just us figuring out, like, is he coming to Atlanta or am I going to Alabama? I had the better job at the time, but he had the house. Like, what are we going to do? And we were really in the moment, like, trying to figure out which one of us would make the better move. And we didn't have a sign of how we were going to do it or what we were going to do until the accident.
Yeah. I can say, though, I knew, thanks to past relationships, like, knowing what a real woman is, somebody that has your back, somebody that treats a man just as well as he would treat a woman. And so, yeah, that you treating me just as well and showing me that I can be catered to and loved to really kind of like hit home, because I know I do right by others. And so you just proved to me that I was worth being loved also.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like I was cautious because I make sure that I take my time to get to know somebody, but she laid it out all on the table up front. She was like, hey, this is who I am. So yeah, I'm looking to date for the long term and get married. So what you trying to do?
Yeah.
Like when somebody literally lays it out, like what can you do besides honor that? And so seeing that she was real up front with me, I'm like, okay, I ain't never experienced this before. So knowing she was real up front, I said to myself, okay, yeah, I got to see this through with you. And yeah, I think for me, knowing that you were honest and real about everything, when I think I was getting ready to spend my Christmas shutdown with you. I had just left you that Saturday, and I was getting ready to come visit you the next Friday.
Yeah, it was gonna be our first time like spending that long of a time
Yeah,
together.
2 weeks.
We were preparing for like the first time to be able to spend at least 2 weeks together.
Yeah. And that Wednesday, I get a call from her cousin, because I just left her Sunday, and I get a call from her cousin. Hey, Dana was in an accident. It's bad. She's in the ER right now. And my heart dropped. I'm like, nah, I'm about to see her Friday. And immediately, like, my savior or Captain Savior, instinct was like, I gotta get there. I gotta get there immediately. And so I left. I didn't go to work that Thursday or Friday. I immediately packed a quick bag and headed straight to Atlanta. And I was there at the hospital trying to figure out a way to get there, not knowing any information. I met up with her cousin in the waiting room, and she told the receptionist that I was gonna be coming. So as soon as they said that you had to be family to go back there to see her, I was like, nah, that ain't gonna fly. So I'm regrouping, and I've never been a liar. She said, yeah, just call and tell him that like you're her husband or fiance. I'm like, I don't even have a ring on my finger. How am I gonna sit here and say that I'm her husband? So the first instinct was, okay, fiance, because I don't know nothing about marriage. Like, my parents are married, but I'm sitting here like, what finger does a ring go on?
Wow.
I have no idea.
Crazy.
So yeah, like, I became a liar those 2 weeks to be her fiance, and just seeing her in the bed incoherent. It was tough to see somebody that you have just professed your love to, and so looking at you putting chapstick on your dry lips.
Greasing my scalp.
Just got your greasing your scalp. Even jumping in to help with Pure Wicks. If anybody know, you know. Yeah, her parents flew in. I was staying at her apartment. I went to pick up her dad, and her mom stayed at the hotel, in the room with her in the hospital. And I would stay as late as I could, get up as early as I could, so I could be there the entire time to watch her. So when the moment came for her parents to leave and a decision to be made, there was no other option, knowing that how are they gonna fly her? Like, this is my man brain. They can't fly her to California. That's crazy work. And I'm the nearest person to be with her. Her mom and I had a conversation just to kind of like see where my head was at, and I'm thinking to myself, I gotta take her. I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna make sure that the person that I love is taken care of and can recoup. She said that I'd much rather her be with you because she's not gonna be in California with me talking about, I can't see him, where is my man, this, that, and the third. That's how that happened.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she said you're not gonna be miserable on her watch.
I did not know that.
Yeah, but through all the rehab, once you got to Birmingham, and I made sure I did my due diligence. It's the first time I've been a caretaker. Didn't know what to expect, but I gave it my all by myself. My parents would help whenever I would be vulnerable enough to ask for it. Whenever I felt like there was something that I couldn't do, yeah, I would ask for help. But man, solo dolo.
He literally by himself. Like, we across the street was an in-home care service person. Like, that was our actual profession. Murray knew his neighbors. Never told the neighbors what he had going on.
I'm a private person.
It's a very private person, so it's like whole entire time I'm just in the bed with non-working legs, and he's just going to work and change my medication schedule to make sure I'm asleep all day, to where by the time he got home I should be waking up. And I mean, he just did all these things on his own. He would pray with me. Like, there would be days like I would wake up screaming in pain. He'd be like, just take the medicine. I was like, I'm not taking that medicine. He would stay up with me, cry with me, pray over me, like massage my legs, ask me if I could feel this, that, and the third, and just never gave up on me. And it got to a point to where it's like I finally seen like the big bad wolf. Like, I now understand the term, like, when it come to her, don't let it. I started to see but I said what I said. No, that's not, like, I started to hear those phone calls. I started to hear the bass in his voice, and I was just like, oh, he don't play about me. Like, this is not a man who's...
Not a single game.
Yeah, it wasn't a game. So it was just like, appointments started to be made, paperwork was being sent in, lawyers are calling, things were getting done. Like, transportation services was getting here. Like, I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, I've been loved by my mother, but I've never had this type of love from a man. Like, this is new for me. And it was a vulnerable state of being, you had to surrender yourself to someone who just a couple of weeks ago was just my boyfriend. Then we just told each other we loved each other. And now here I am, like he said, like he has to give me baths. He has to clean up the bedside commode. He's greasing the same scalp. He's washing and cleaning in between toes. He's lifting me up when I'm weak. There was nothing to hide. So in this moment, it's just like, yeah, we were telling each other secrets and all these, but now it's just like, you got me in my most vulnerable state.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it is. So it was just like, for me, that's when I started to go hard for myself. Like, I have to at least try to feel like a whole person to at least match what he's been giving me.
Yeah. But
So-
you know what's crazy?
What?
Like, I've always been the type person to bottle my emotions in and just push through. Like, if anything gets difficult, there's no other option but to succeed and push through. And growing up in the church, I've always been taught the word, but still being young enough to not have truly experienced life. This was the most vulnerable, toughest situation in my life.
Yeah.
And so being the drummer, playing the drums in the church every Sunday, like, was the first time like I would feel overwhelmed. I couldn't let you see it, but there would be some times where in between church or out, be in the parking lot, get there early, sit in the car and cry. Because I'm like, there has to be some relief. Like, you're such a genuine spirit, why would God have this happen to you? And so I just needed confirmation. So this whole situation, honestly, and watching you fight and push through and just see blessing after blessing after blessing and accomplishment, it brought me closer to God. And just to see that me bringing you closer to God, we brought each other closer to God. Yeah. And so, yeah, now, thanks to God and faith.
It went from there to, at some point, that fiance thing became a real fiance thing because I accomplished my goal of bending my knee to 90 degrees because I was like, I got to get back to California, to show my mom and my dad all the hard work I've been doing. Like, nothing went in vain. So my goal was to be able to bend my knee 90 degrees because now I could sit on the plane. And I accomplished that goal on December 18th. So it's like I bought my ticket in advance. I was like, even if I can't, like, I'm going to just get the seat, to just be able to. But I had bought my ticket in advance because I knew I was going back home. Whole entire time, Buddy got a text message thread with all of my family members and had planned my whole proposal, and I was not aware. My goal was to just get him there, enjoy Christmas with the family. It's now the anniversary of all the hard work I didn't put in. All of these things, like, I thought this man was my fiance a whole year ago.
Oh, I made it official, girl.
And literally, I thought that on Christmas Day the year before. Christmas Eve, I'm walking into this man standing in my grandmother's kitchen, the house I grew up in, with my goddad, my father, my mom, my best friend who was just there, literally came to come and see me. I would leave to go and get my hair done. She walked out with me. She's still there. I was just like, I don't know how he pulled it off. But he pulled it off, and I had the most beautiful proposal. And we were engaged, and during that time, during engagement, like, I was like, okay, now I'm being prepared to be a wife. Like, I already felt like I seen that this man would do anything for me, but it's just like, now let's understanding what that Proverbs 30 woman is like. And I started to put in that work because I was just like, now I said yes to wanting to be his wife. And we just started to make it work and figure it out for what worked for us. Because the whole entire time, it's just like, I went from making money to receiving barely anything from this workers' comp situation, making our income work. What does life look like for us? How are we doing this? Now am I going to be in Birmingham when my whole idea was to be in Atlanta? Like, let's figure life out to where we did it through lost jobs and me thinking I was going to be a coder. I'm taking classes and courses while he driving DoorDash. I'm on the laptop. We were in the thick of it together to last He just threw a dart. Just the last, was like 17 applications.
Yeah, I think I put in about 15 applications.
15 applications to the same job.
Same job.
And that
Some gonna
16th
stick.
one like stuck, and that's how we got to Savannah. But then it's just a man who has his own home decides we gonna go and live in a room at your mama's house.
Yeah.
And she gave us the platform to get on our feet, to be able to now be in a home. We bought a home.
Yeah.
We had a beautiful wedding on a cruise ship. We did unfortunately have a miscarriage, but like neither one of us seen that as like a failure. It was just like, it's just not our time. Like, life has just been so good to us because we've always known like God was always right. We keep him in the forefront of our marriage.
Steering the ship.
And we just be like, wherever God's taking us, that's where we're
I'll
going.
be kicking back like, yep, God.
Like, we be straight. And in like the midst of like things that his family going through, things that my family going through, we be over here in our little peace bubble. Like,
Yeah.
have y'all prayed? Like, we just like, you know,
Have you had your daily dose of God today?
right. And because we be like, we have, and that's what's really been getting us through. Like,
God.
and now we're out here with nobody. But I say that with, like, there's no family around us. But when I tell you, like, we have been building our village
The most amazing village.
because of our faith. Like, literally met your mom because of our faith. Because of her, we're meeting people. Now we're meeting you, a man of faith. And you now got a group of other people here. And you say that you talk to guys and y'all have talked mess about your wives until they come home. Like, he be needing that. And it's just like, I'm so happy. Because I thought I had friends.
They fall off.
It's just like the goal is not to be out here in life making friends. It's just like the goal is out here to find your family, the people who understand why and their purpose and understand who God is in their life. Those are the people that you're supposed to be around. And ever since we've done that, like, I can't say we have had a want, a need, and a nothing, because we understand it.
Yeah, everything been met.
Provided, it's already there.
Yeah.
Any final words? Or words that you want to say to each other?
I want to say you have been the most amazing blessing to my life.
Thank you.
I've gotten closer to God through unfortunate circumstances, but I wanted you. You're here. We've experienced so many pluses. Like, we got the rest of our lives ahead of us.
Yeah.
You might die out.
To you, it's simple. It's really just thank you. It's been tough to know that I didn't just get here alone. Like, decisions were made on your behalf for me when I couldn't. So it's just to know, like, just the word simply is just like, I wouldn't be here without you. You made that choice to take me. You made the choice to pick out of however many hospitals to pick UAB. You chose that hospital. You picked the doctors. You said yes to a surgery when they told you how one surgery ended. You was just like, yes, do what needs to be done. Like, and then to wake up and be like, and my little world is just like, oh wait, what happened? Okay, now, like, get her done. Get up and walk. Like, I don't know where I would be without you. I wouldn't be a homeowner. I wouldn't be a wife. I wouldn't be a mother to our little angel baby. Like, all of those things are literally is because of our partnership. So it's literally just thank you.
You're welcome. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Like, literally, it's such a shining light. You deserve every good thing that comes your way.
Thank you.
And so I'm glad to be able to have met somebody that's deserving of the love that I have to give. So, yeah. You my boo-boo.